Hi, hello. Welcome to our channel Finding Result. Today we are going to see about GitHub and Git terminologies. I hope you all know that github.com. So this is a knowledge sharing platform. So how this platform help us in the sense if anyone is developing a project and a particular problem statement by using some software, by using some programming language, whatever it may be, after completion of that work they can upload their project file into this github.com. So it how help others in the sense if anyone student is trying to develop the same project in the sense that time they feel they need some support. If any support we can complete the project very easily in the sense they can refer our code by using the same github.com. So let me see how to happen this. So if you are having a github account, you might know how to use this github. If suppose you don't have a github account in the sense, please create it, because dear student, this github.com will help you to do lot of project, because here you can refer others project files to complete your projects. Okay, so my dear students, please create a github account. So for that you please go with the website url github.com. So let I show you how to create the account in github. So I suggest you to log in with your Gmail account. Okay, so that's better. So you just type github.com here. Okay, so I'm already having an account so that it is directly entered into my account. Okay, in my laptop I log in my GitHub account always, so it directly open here. Suppose you're a fresher, now only you're opening a GitHub account in the sense that website will ask some basic question about you please reply that. After that you please log in with your email account. Okay, so after login into your GitHub account you can upload your project files. So these are the projects I already completed. Okay, so these projects have been uploaded into my GitHub account. So my GitHub account is github.com slash Megla Santosh Kumar. So under this GitHub account, I have uploaded lot of projects like a canteen management system, step counter, fitness tracker, food ordering system, and my ADD project, ADD FDP project. So likewise, I have uploaded lot of projects. Okay, so how we can upload a project file. So let me see. So consider if you have complete one project under any of programming language and any problems for any problem statement. Okay, so after completing the project, you have to upload your project file into this GitHub. So how we can upload our file into the GitHub means here you can see a new button, right? So you just click here and this create a new repository page will come. Okay, so here we should do three things. So first one is we have to give a repository name. Here you can see your own name. So you are a owner. So here you are going to create a new repository. Okay, so repository is nothing but our project name. So you can give your project name as a repository name. So here I am going to give to do list. Okay, so I just give to do list. Already having the same to-do list so that I face the issue because I cannot create a application under the name to do. So again I come back here and here I'm going to type just first. I just type first. So first is my project name. Consider like that. So here after giving a repository name, here you can choose the visibility. Okay, the visibility is in two mode. First one is public, second one is private. The default thing is public. Okay, if the visibility is in a private mode it will not be visible to others. Okay, so the GitHub account is for only maintaining our project file for others reference, so you please make this visibility into public. Next, add readme. Initially that add readme file enablement will be on turn off, you please turn on that. And then create repository, so click here. So now in the name of first, one repository have been created. Okay, so here we already added this readme file, the readme file is added here also. Here you can see one branch, that branch name is main. Defaultly the branch name will be mainer, so this is a one branch. So this is the basics thing of Git. Okay, so next, you can upload a file by using two things. So one is you can upload the file directly by this add file button. So here you can see create new file, upload files. So already you have done a project, right? So after that only you are going to upload here, so you please use upload files. So if you use upload files, it will ask where the file is available. Okay, so you please mention the place where you have saved your files. Okay, after that give a open, the file will be come here. So that is one of the option. So next thing is, by using git commands we can upload a file. So these two things here we are going to see now. Okay, so as of now we know how to create a GitHub account and how to create a repository. So on this first, I am going to upload some files. So initially this first repository is having only one branch, that is main. Okay, so here we are going to next we are going to see about Git terminologies or Git commands. Okay, so Git terminologies or Git commands. So this thing we are now we are going to see. Okay, so first thing is Git configuration. We have to do Git configuration. Okay, so in our laptop we have to do Git configuration. So our laptop is a local repository, and uh, our GitHub account is a remote repository. So while doing a project, our file is only available into our laptop, so the file is available only in our local repository. So after completion of the work only, we are going to upload our file into the remote repository, that is our GitHub account. Okay, so for that we have to configure our Git first into our system. So for that what we have to do in the sense, you please open a Git bash. Okay, so before opening a Git bash, you have to do one thing. Suppose you don't have a Git into your account, so please go to the Git. You just type, I will tell you. You just go to the Chrome again, and here you please type Git download and go to the first link. Okay, so here you please download the Git based on your Windows OS. Okay, 64-bit or else 64-bit is only available. You please download the Git into your system. So that is the first thing. After downloading it, you please open the Git bash. So here you please see, you just type Git, you can see Git bash. Okay, so Git bash, Git command, Git GUI, and Git 2.551.0 64-bit. See, these are all the files will be available into your system while downloading, after downloading that Git. Okay, so now you just open the Git bash. So our first workers, we have to configure our Git, right? So this is your local repository actually. So here the local repository name is master. Okay, it will defaultly come. So now we are going to configure our Git. So that is first thing. Okay, so for configuring a Git, we have to give the command git hyphen hyphen git config hyphen hyphen global user dot mail. User dot mail space here. You please give the name. You please give a email ID at scce.ac.in. So I already told, while opening a GitHub account, please use your email ID. So what email ID you used for creating that GitHub account, the same email ID here you have to give for configuring the Git. Okay, so for configuring a Git, we have to we can configure our Git by using two things. So one is email ID, next one is our name. So first we are configure this Git by using our email ID. So for that, this command will help us. Git config hyphen hyphen global user dot mail. After that, we have to give our email ID within a double quotes. So next, give enter. So after that, we have to configure our Git by using name. So the command is git config hyphen hyphen global user dot name. So here you please give a name. Okay. So git config hyphen hyphen global user dot name. Next, you please give your name in the double quotes. So these two commands help us to configure our Git. So next, in the Git, we are going to create a folder. Okay. So for creating a folder, you just use the command mkdir. Mkdir means make directory. Okay, so now I'm going to create one directory. Okay, within a directory, I think we can create a directory, we can create a file into our Git. Okay, so first I'm going to create a directory into my Git. So make directory, mkdir as a command. After that, we have to give directory name. So the directory name is finding result. Okay, so you just give enter. So make directory and my directory name is finding result. Okay, so next I'm going to create a file into my repository, local repository. So for that, what command help us for file creation is touch. Touch command help us to create a file. So touch, after that we can give a file name with extension. Okay, so here you can give any kind of files. Okay, so now I'm going to give a file one, sorry, first dot html. Okay, so my file name is first, within the file extension is html. I mean, the html extension file is created by using this touch command. Likewise, you can create first dot css, you can create first dot c. Okay, so you can create n number of files with the extension by using the same touch command. Okay, so next we have to know whether, as of now, we configure our Git. Next, we had created a directory. Next, we had created files with different extension. So is all done successfully or not, we have to ensure that. So for that, git status command help us. So what are the work you have done in a Git? After that, you just give Git status. It will tell the recent update of Git. Okay, so into our local repository, we configure our local repository. Next, we have created one directory. We had created 3 files with different extension. These all the things have been done successfully or not, that we are going to ensure now. So we just give Git status. Okay, so now you can see lot of things. I mean, lot of folders, files, what are the things is available into my local repository is everything displayed here. Here you can see everything in a red color. Okay, so here I can see my first.c, first.css, first.html also. And okay, so all the things we can see, right? So this is what told means this file is not committed into our git. This file is not um, uh, reflected into our git. This is only in our local repository only. Okay, so this file is not reflected into our git. It says like that. Okay, so next what we have to do in the sense, we have to initialize our git first. After the configuration we have to initialize our git. So for that you please use the command git init. So now our git repository is initialized, okay, by using this command git init. So next I'm going to use the command ls-a. So ls-a means list all. So what are the files, what are the folders available in this local repository is going to be listed. So now you can see what are the files, so what are the folders is available inside our git. So the same thing is also displayed here, but here I didn't initialize my git so that all the files folders is shown in a red color. So after the initialization it's not shown in a red color. Okay, so here you can see our finding result folder. Under the finding result we can see first.c, first.css, first.html, all the files. Okay, now our git is initialized and what are the folders is available in git is displayed. Okay, so next we are going to do the staging in git. Actually the staging is classified in git as three types. So git staging is classified into three types. So first one is add. So by using add command you can add a file into the GitHub. Okay, so the next one is update. After adding a file into the git you can do some updation there. So that is second stage. And third one is commit. After the updation of a file you can commit the file into the repository. So in that time the file is moved from your local repository to remote repository. Okay, so first we see one by one. First we have to add a file into the repository. That is our first stage, right? So again come back to our git bash. So here please type git add and mention the file name. So now I am going to give first.c, which means first.c is a file is going to be added into my git. Okay, the first.c is updated. Likewise we can update css, first.css. So first.css is also added into our git. So next I am going to update git. Okay, um, git first.c, first.css, both file is added into our repository, right? So next updation, that is our second stage, right? For updating a file the command nano will help us. So nano next mention the file name. So I'm going to do the updation first.c in first.c. So nano first.c. Okay, adding a file into the repository, the command is git add file name with the extension. Okay, so after adding a file into the repository, if you want to do some updation, okay, you have to use nano command. So nano then file name with the extension. Okay, so now a C file is open here. a C file is open here. Okay, so initially that file is an empty file, right? So we just create a file in the name of first.c, that's all. After that we didn't do anything. That file is added into our Git, that's all. Inside the file we didn't give any data. So now I am going to give the data. Okay, so that's updation. So here I'm just to type the C code in the main function. I just print one message. Hello, finding result viewers. That's all. I just type a single message into this file. Okay, that's all. So initially the empty file is there. In the file now I update some content. Okay, so next we have to leave from this. So please give Control X. It asks save modified buffer. Give Y. Next it ensure the file name first.c. Yes. So give enter. So now the first.c is updated successfully. Okay. Next I already told after the changes whatever you have done in the Git, you have to know the Git status, because the Git is properly working or not based on your request, that should be ensured. So you please give Git status. Okay, now you can see, okay, the new file first.css. Okay, so these two files have been created now. So these one.css, one.js are already created. Okay, so these two files staged staged in the sense after these two files I have added into the Git. Okay, I didn't add first.html. Okay, I left that. Only first.c, first.css have been added into my Git. Okay, so that is displayed here. After some time what I done, modified first.c. Yes, the first.c file is now updated, so some modification has happened, so that is also displayed high, displayed here. And in the untracked files you can see our what are the files is not added into our Git, in which you can see our first.html. I didn't add this first.html into our Git. Okay, so these all the things displayed. So this is our Git status right now. So first.c, first.css both files have been added into our Git, in which first.c have been modified. First.html is not been added into our Git account. Okay, so we now we know our Git status. Okay, the updation is also completed now. Right, next we need to know who done the updation, right? So you just give the command git log. So here you can see what are the commit you have done, what are the changes in the Git you done, that is displayed here. Okay, with the author name, mail ID and date and time, everything is displayed here. So as of now I have completed these 4 commits. Okay, so these 4 commits have been shown here. Okay, next we are already told the staging of Git. So 3 stages. First one is add, we done. Update, we done. The third one is commit. So we have to give a commit to the file into our local repository. Okay, so I mean I added first.c, I done some updation there. So after that I'm going to commit the file, which means the file is move on to my local repository to remote repository. Okay, so for that we have to use the command git commit. Git commit and mention the file name. So that file name is first.c. Okay, After that, you can give some message there. Okay, so git commit first.c hyphen m means message. Okay, we are going to give some message there, that is committed successfully. Committed successfully. Okay, with this message, the first.c is going to be committed. So now you can see one file is changed, 6 instructions. Maybe there is a six uh, words, 6 lines of code there. So next, created mode first.c. So first.c, that one file is changed with the 6 extension. So now you can see the message also committed successfully, which means the first.c is committed now. So it is moved on from our local repository to remote repository. Okay, so we need to know exactly how it is moved. Okay, so for that, you please give the command git remote, because from the local repository it is ready to transfer to the remote repository. So we have to add our remote repository here. So git remote add origin. So origin, it refers the remote repository name. Okay, so here you can change origin 1, origin 2, or else you can give your own name, is not a matter. So git remote repository is going to be added. Okay, so git remote add okay, the remote URL is going to be saved here. So origin, so after that we have to give a URL. So for that, you please come back to this GitHub account. So here you can see the button code. We already created first repository, right? So here you can see our code button. So after, just to click here, here the first repository URL will be available. You just copy it and come to the git bash. Here you please paste it. Okay, next give a enter. This remote origin already existed. Maybe I already create the same origin, so I just now change the origin name. I just change the origin name as origin 1 now. Okay, so now I am giving enter. In origin 1, this URL is available now. Okay, already our file first.c is available to move from local repository to remote repository. Okay, so for that, for the local repository to remote repository, we have to push our file into remote repository. So for that, use the command git push our remote repository name, that is origin 1 and master. So master is our local repository. From local repository, the file first.c is going to be commit to the remote repository origin 1. Okay, so this is the meaning of this line. So you just give enter. Now the file is moved from our master branch to origin 1 branch. Okay, so here you can see the exact URL in the github.com, Megla Santosh Kumar, under the first repository. Now the first.c is pushed. Okay, so it should be it should be pulled by the remote repository, right? We push the file from our local repository, but the remote repository should be ready to pull the file. Okay, so for that we have to give the command git pull origin 1 master. Okay, now the origin 1 is ready to pull the file from our master. So that is our local repository. Okay, so now you can see the message branch master to fetch head already up to date, which means our file is moved from our local repository to remote repository. Okay, so now you come back to our GitHub account, refresh this page. Now you can see two branches. But before, while creating this first repository, we just seen only one branch, that is our main. But now you can see two branches. You please click the two branches. Now you can see master. Okay, main is a default branch. Now we added this master. Okay, 1 minute ago this master is added into our GitHub account. So that now the master is a active branch also. Okay, you just click the brand master. Now you can see that first dot c, this index css, index html, these things are already added. Okay, but now this first dot c is added with the message committed successfully. Okay, 5 minutes ago this first.c is added into my git account, which means the first.c is not in our local repository, it is available only in our remote repository. Okay, so you come here and here you please type git status. Git status, here you can see our first.c is not available, only first.html is only available. Okay, first dot css is staged, actually it is added into the git. After that we didn't do any updation, and we didn't do any commit on first dot css file. Okay, so you please complete that. Okay, so this is what we are doing some git terminologies. Okay, so git configuration we done. So after that we have create a github account. Okay, how we can create an account in our local repository and how it is moved to our remote repository. So these are the things we have seen today. So I hope this is very very help to you. Okay, so let me see in some other video. Thank you.